Hello and welcome everyone in this beautiful container where we talk about tipping the scale and banishing the money monsters forever. First of all, I want to share the screen because I prepared a little presentation that lets you dive into the world of money monsters. Just a second. I'm going to share the screen right now. Here we go. And let me know if you can see the presentation. Here we are. Okay, so once again, welcome to my presentation of banishing the money monsters. First of all, who am I? My name is Patricia Lindner. I'm a seasoned Logosynthesis practitioner and instructor with over 6 years of experience. I am the founder of the Magnificence Movement, and I'm dedicated to assisting individuals in unleashing their full potential and finding clarity, ease, and direction in their lives. I want people get breakthroughs in their money mindset and in the limitation of this invisible ceiling that might block them. A little bit about my own money story. I experienced money blockages and money monsters in all areas of my life and at all ages as well. So throughout my life, the theme of money was so present. In my childhood, I carried the weight of fearing that my mistakes and my needs were a burden on my parents' ability to afford our lifestyle. Also, in many of my relations, I've encountered extremes, from partners who solely focused on money to others drowning in debt. And I mean debt. And it became clear to me that money isn't just a factor in relationships with others, but it's deeply intertwined with the relationship we have with ourselves. Money is the symptom. And if you only take this away, that is so important to realize that it's not about the money. Money is just a way shower. Money is the symptom. It's about claiming your self-worth and really being full of self-love towards yourself. So today's agenda is like follows. Today, I want to present you a valuable and practical introduction to those so-called money monsters. Then we are going to explore their impact on our lives and on our finances, of course. Then, as a solution, we discover logosynthesis to let go of them and finally live a prosperous life. I have prepared a case study for you and also an experiential exercise. And then I am going to tell you how you can go deeper. And if we have some time, I am happy to answer your questions. So what are these money monsters? The concept of money monsters refers to behavioral archetypes or patterns that can negatively impact one's relationship with money and hinder the attainment of abundance and prosperity. Archetypes show up in life in different areas. So for example, when I say mother, you exactly know what the mother archetype is. It's just this pattern of characteristics. There is the victim archetype, and you know what this is all about. And so I came up with this concept of money monsters as special archetypes that hinder you from living in prosperity and abundance. These archetypes are often shaped by experiences, by conditioning, by beliefs and emotions. And here is just a small sample of common money monster archetypes. I have something like 20 archetypes that I share with my clients. And in this short amount of time, I want to share just some of them. So first of all, we have the financial saboteur. aka the shadow archetype. This one embodies unconscious fears and self-sabotaging behavior related to money. For example, you might encounter procrastination or self-destructive financial habits, or maybe even the fear of success. What if I am successful? Then we have this beautiful lady, the excuse enchantress, aka the victim archetype. She is the master of realizations and justifications for poor financial decisions. So it's not about me. I didn't do anything wrong. I can't do it in a different way. Then we have the destiny denier, aka the fatalist archetype. This one is a mean one. It convinces you that your financial situation is predetermined and unchangeable, because all the ancestral lineage shows a lack of money or scarcity. And then people feel like, I can't change that. My parents suffered from a lack of money. My grandparents did. And the last one I want to introduce to you is the storyteller. We are going to deal with him today. That is the archetype. He or it weaves deceptive narratives around money, spreading falsehoods and negativity. Favorite stories include beliefs like money stinks, money doesn't grow on trees, it is so dangerous to have money, or that being wealthy is incompatible with health and spirituality. If you are a spiritual person, don't charge any money, give it away for free. Maybe that sounds familiar. So what does this look like? Look at this scale. There are the money monster archetypes in this big container, and that might lead to a bank account as light as a feather. Let's change that. How can you tip the scale? First of all, we need to acknowledge that these money monsters are nothing but frozen energy. And here is a quick talk about energy. Everything is energy. That's the truth. In this universe, energy is the currency of existence, and it's just like ebb and flow of a river. Our lives are guided by the movement of energy. And when energy flows freely, we experience vitality and abundance and prosperity and happiness. And when energy becomes frozen or stuck, we feel like poor. We experience scarcity, limitations, hindrances, and obstacles. Just a quick overview of the vital aspects of energy. So as I said, energy can be in flow or it can be frozen. Flow is good, frozen is not that good. It can be in the right place or in the wrong place. So when you give away your energy, then it is in the wrong place because it belongs to you. So energy needs to be in the right place. Understanding the monsters looks like this. Money monsters are like energy blockages in our mental and emotional river. They freeze our thoughts combined with emotions. And then they prevent our decisions and actions from flowing naturally. It is stuck and frozen energy in our field, in our space. Money monsters often result from past experiences, from fears, from limiting beliefs, from conditioning, something that we have taken over into our field. Practically, that could look like this. I just pulled up these pictures to show you when a room is stuck with things in it. Energy can't flow freely through the room. And no discipline, no conscious choice, no training, and no medical treatment can free a room, a space from frozen energy. Now, here is one of my clients. That is Karen Jones Meadows. She wanted to overcome distress related to a past horrible experience as a child. She is an artist, she is a creative and a spiritual mentor, and she has been suffering from immense money blockages, not knowing why the money dissipated all the time when we met. In a series of logosynthesis sessions and other creative modalities that I used and assessments that I used, we cleared her blockages completely and permanently and let her thrive financially. Now, I want to share with you one session that I did with her. Karen found herself trapped in this perpetual state of financial scarcity, as I told you. It seemed that no matter the magnitude of her earnings, even when a substantial sum came her way, she talked about really a high sum of money, the money dissipated before her eyes, leaving her embroiled once more in a struggle for financial stability. And that happened all the time. She felt very insecure and uneasy about having money. And then she shared with me that she believed that owning money was risky and dangerous for some reason. So we dig deeper into that, and then she could recall a horrible memory related to her feelings of insecurity and fear. Let me share the story. When she was only 6 years old, someone broke into her neighbor's house. Her neighbor was called Mr. Darcy, and they killed him because he was a millionaire. So my client Karen told me that she really believed that having money is life-threatening. No wonder. The level of distress around her memory and the story was rated at 9 out of 10. 9 as a really high stress level. Upon implementing the fundamental logosynthesis procedure and incorporating the statement, having money is life-threatening in relation to this unfortunate incident involving Mr. Darcy, she experienced a profound shift. A newfound sense of tranquility and serenity enveloped her, and her distress diminished to a mere rating of 2. The vivid mental image about the scene with the neighbor and the knowingness of her neighbor's story dissipated completely. So she really started experiencing a greater sense of ease and peace of mind. How did that work? Logosynthesis is a modern psychological method for dissolving emotional and mental burdens by addressing their energetic roots. It identifies the root causes of money blockages, and I have a star put there because I want to share with you that even if you can't recall consciously or name consciously what is stressing you out concerning money, so like she could recall the story that happened to her neighbor, and I'm going to talk about that quickly on the next slide. You just need to have an idea of what it is. There could be a mental image, for example. So it doesn't need to be a concrete thing or a scene or a sentence that blocks you. I'm going to explain that to you. Logosynthesis uses precise sentences to release the frozen energy associated with these causes, and the result is a renewed sense of relief and a return of energy to its natural flow. With logosynthesis, we can release the money monsters and make space for abundance, for sure. Here is another client. I don't want to dive into her story deeply, but she could not recall, or she could not combine or connect with anything that kept her from breaking through this invisible money ceiling, income ceiling. And what she came up with was a mental image of her standing in this dark cylinder that was covered with charcoal. And she said she felt so dirty when it came to earning more money. And over the course of only 60 minutes, she could change this mental image from this dark charcoal, thick charcoal on the walls, dissipating and becoming lighter and lighter. And the last image she had in her head was seeing this immaculate glass wall that reflected her beauty. And she is a beautiful lady. And she said, it's so pure, it's immaculate, and I am so deserving of earning more. And that was such an impressive experience I had with this client. Now, overcoming common challenges in a new way is a great thing that you can do with logosynthesis, because we often try it in the hard way with discipline and mindset changes, but oftentimes we don't address the root causes, and we mask the problem and don't let it go. And logosynthesis allows you to let go of the issue. Now it's your turn. Even if you can't see the money monsters, you might experience their energy. For example, when they tell you some horrible stories around money, or when they make you believe that money is negatively charged, or when they dictate your behavior and decision-making process around finances and money. Because I want to keep it simple in this short amount of time, let's talk about sentences, beliefs, sayings that come to your mind that you might have in your consciousness around money. Maybe you quickly come up with a sentence around money, like money doesn't grow on trees. Write down a sentence that just pops up for you, that stresses you out, that you would love to let go of, that is hindering you from being prosperous and abundant. If you need some help, here are some sentences, typical sayings about money. For example, money is the root of all evil. Money can't buy happiness. Filthy rich. Rich people are greedy. Money changes people for the negative. I'm not made of money. Money easy come, easy go. Money doesn't buy love. Better healthy than rich. It's not about the money. Or you can't take it with you when you go. Or a spiritual person doesn't need any riches, money doesn't grow on trees, and so on and so on. Just check those sentences out. Maybe take one that inspired you, or maybe you have your own sentence and really remember this sentence. And again, in this light bulb, I wrote down that when working deeply with someone, that might be a story, an experience, a memory, an ancestral burden that we work with. But for this short amount of time, we need to just make it simpler. Now, lean back and relax and recall your sentence. Let's do a magical experiment around letting go of this belief, this saying, this sentence. Think of it now. You can close your eyes. I don't display the sentences. I want you to really be with yourself. Think of this saying, think of this sentence, and connect with it. And see how it might get on your nerves or hinder you from achieving what you want to achieve. And then think of that sentence, that saying, that belief, and explore if there is a mental picture, anything that is connected to this sentence. Now I invite you to even explore the space when your eyes are closed. Maybe you can see the sentence. Maybe it is written somewhere. Maybe you can hear someone say this sentence. Maybe you can sense the sentence. There could be a smell or a taste to this sentence. Just explore that. And maybe you can even find a location in your imagined space. Is it far away? Is it close to you? Do you hear it in a loud way? Just play around with this sentence. And when so closely connected to this saying, this sentence, this belief, how do you react to this? What are your thoughts? What are the emotions? Do you have any physical reactions? Where do you feel maybe some tightness, density? Really dive into your body. And how much does this affect you in a negative way? Think of a scale between 0 and 10. 0 is no load, 10 is heavy load. What number, take the first number that comes to your mind, what number is connected to this belief, this hindrance, this saying, this sentence? If you need to write it down, do that. If you can remember it, that's fine. And now I am going to say the sentences of the basic procedure out aloud, and you repeat them aloud and insert your sentence, your belief in the gap that I leave empty. Ready? Then let's start. Close your eyes if this feels comfortable. And let's start. I retrieve all my energy. Bound up in, and now you say a sentence, your belief. And everything that stands for. And I take it back to the right place. In myself. Now let it work, let it sink in. Now sentence number 2. Repeat after me. I remove all the non-me energy related to, insert your sentence, and everything this represents. From all of my cells, from all of my bodies, and from my personal space. And I send it to where it truly belongs. And let this sentence work. And now for sentence number 3, you repeat after me. I retrieve all my energy, bound up in all my stored, learned and repeated reactions to, and you insert your sentence, and I take it back to the right place in myself, in the here and now, in the name of my prosperity and abundance. And let it work. Now, if you close your eyes, open them and take a sip of water, please. Now let's check how much this sentence, this belief, this saying still affects you on a scale between 0 and 10. And take the first number that you feel. Did it reduce? Did it stay the same? No judgment about that. And please put them in the chat if you will, because that would be really interesting. Wow, cool. And what about your thoughts, your sensations? Did your body reaction change? Do you still hear someone say the sentence? Do you see it? What else changed? Let's talk about that in a few minutes. So I thank you so much for trusting this process. And if you want to explore more, and when you are ready to transform your money story, break free from mental and emotional blockages and reach new heights of personal prosperity, then I invite you from the bottom of my heart to hop on a complimentary illumination call with me so we can map out how you can tip the scale and banish your money monsters if there are any. So just click the link and sign up for 40 minutes where we dive into your money story. It's a confidential, complimentary call, and I am so open to learning about different money stories. So please don't shy away from signing up for 40 minutes with me, just you and I. Now it's time to, first of all, say thank you so much for participating, for being in this container, this breakout room with me. If you want to learn more about me or connect with me, then please go to my website. And now it's time to ask any questions that you might have. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now.